Hello everyone, I'm Larry Satchwell, and in today's video I'm going to be installing Stallsaver liners in this stall. Once you have the prep work done, it's really easy. I did this in about an hour, and that includes changing the camera angle and other things like that. The prep work is the key. Once the prep is done, Stallsaver mats go down easy. If you don't have a lot of prep work to do, these are going to go down very fast. Here's how I did it. Right back here, that's 10 by 12. This is the one that's going to get the Stallsaver all prepped and ready for the crusher run, which is on its way. We've done all the prep work, so now it's just time to wrestle this mat into place and get it through this stall door. It's been resting outside. I've already clipped this corner. I know this is the long side here. This stall is 10 by 12. This Stallsaver is 12 by 13, so we should have plenty of material. And that should not be a problem. The Stallsaver company sells a trim molding kit for this, made of plastic. I've read some reviews online and it's really not worth it. I'm going to be using treated 1x4s and these self-piercing ceramic coated roofing nails, actually, or roofing screws, but they've got a nice hex bolt on them, which is easy to drive, and they've got some nice thick threads. These are 2 inches. That allows me 3/4 of an inch through the 1x4, 1/4 inch through the fabric, and then into the baseboard here. We've already prepped everything. Drainage is the key to this program, and we've got 3 inches or more of crusher run all over here that the boys helped me put in. So I'm ready to install. I've already put the screws in a little bit, so all I have to do is kick it in here. I'll do every other one, and that way I know I'm right where I want to be, level with this. And then I'll come back and tighten it up. What do I say? Well, with the proper prep, that's how easy it is to put this in. Now I like the screws because if I get a fold in here, I can take that back out and smooth the fold out and put it right back in. And no harm done to the fabric or to anything. So that's what I'll do now, is just continue around the perimeter here and add a little short piece down there, get it where I want it to be. Getting back to the prep work, the directions suggest that if you don't have good drainage, you could dig some holes around the stall and put some gravel down in those. I prefer, this is going to slope towards that back corner there. Nothing on that back corner except for a loose rock wall that allow this urine. That's the beauty of the system. The urine goes right through it. It doesn't sit on it like it does on a rubber horse stall. So the urine will go through here. We'll scoop up the solids with a plastic shovel and put some more shavings on every day, and it's good to go. I will be the first to admit cutting your first corner is a little bit scary because you just don't know what's going on here. I've never installed carpet, and I've wrapped a few presents, but it's much like that. I cut that first corner because I knew where I wanted it to go. The directions suggest that you center everything. I don't like to waste, so I'm not going to cut a lot off here. But on this corner I couldn't because I didn't know exactly where it was going to fall. So what I'm going to do here is kick my 1x4 in so I can get a good view of exactly where it was. And I'm sorry the light is so bad here in the barn. The key is a nice sharp razor knife. This stuff is very difficult to, you cannot rip it, you have to cut it. So a nice new blade in your razor will help. I'm going to find where that corner is and I'm just going to cut straight up. Tough stuff. So you're going to end up with a triangle like this out of the corner. Make sure you close your razor knife so you don't get cut, and then see if it fits. I'm happy, very happy with that. Then on the next part, I'll pull this corner back out and know that I need to go about right here. And if it's not right, unscrew this board and cut a little more off. But it's better to take small cuts than one large cut and regret it. That'll do. Lot left over here, so I've just temporarily clamped it up here out of the way. This is another corner. It's kind of tricky because of all the excess material, but I like that, and I'll go over that in a minute. But first I'm going to cut this corner and get this next board installed. Dealing with the thresholds, this is where the old stall met the new material. As I recall, there's a 2x4 under that and then a 1x4 on top. And then this one laps in there. And I've already screwed this down, but there's another existing piece here I showed you earlier. Now I have a couple options here. Since this 4x4 is here, I can screw that down there, but at this point I'm not going to. If I find the horse is tripping over it, I'll put a stall mat there. This threshold, however, is a different story. There's no, and the directions suggest you bury a 2x under there. But since this is one continuous stall going into the common area here, it's just compacted. And now that I have plenty of material, I can overlap this by a lot. And again, if I find the horses tripping on it, or anyone else for that matter, we'll put a rubber stall mat to make that transition. As we look out from the new area, this back stall here, into the common area that I did yesterday, you can see that on the longer version. One from out there overlaps into this one about a foot, and I've got a good 2.5, 3 feet, 30 inches or so into that other stall. I may need to cut some of that off, but not the other side yet. So I will put that in. If it appears that it's tilted in here, that's because we left a little bit of a crown in here, just to make sure that as this gravel condenses and ages, it will push out a little bit towards the end, towards the sides. That underlayment is in here and it's folded over like a pocket, so I don't expect to lose any from under the barn. But this is a big improvement from the dirt floor we had in here for the first several years. There we have it, all trimmed out, ready for shavings. Both stalls, if you watch the full length, trimmed out, ready to go. All we need are the shavings and the horses. I want everyone to know too that if you saw everybody working on this, everybody had ear protection. Those that didn't have the muffs on had the little foam things you put inside your ears. And the other thing you need to know, I have not gotten any compensation from Stallsavers.com or had any contact with them about this video.